Today I put down a 6 minute and 46 second lap time around the Nurburgring in what I tried to mimic the C8 ZR1. This is going to be a bit of a different video from my 1 minute reviews. It will showcase me doing the entire lap in what started its life as a 2020 C8 Stingray Corvette, which I then wide-bodied, put 992 horsepower in, and the red line is around the 8,200 mark. I then added a few decals like the split window, but I didn't quite match the color, so that if they do come out with a C8 ZR1 in the game, at least this one's going to be a bit different, so that people can tell that this isn't actually a C8 ZR1 because it isn't out yet. But with the settings that I did with the wing, spoiler, downforce, let's see what I can kind of accomplish here. This is a bit of a sloppy lap. As you can see, some of the turns I'm being a little cautious. That tends to be because this vehicle, if it did lose traction at the wrong time, I found I would always spin out, so I pretty much had to drive it a little more on the cautious side. Especially around this corner, I feel like I could have carried at least 140 through it, but I kept attempting. I'd hold it great, but then later in the race I would just spin out. Which actually I realized that I did spin out once during this lap time and I still got a 646, so I'm sure the real C8 ZR1 when it comes out will be able to push a 646, which would be an insane time, but we will see. And I will post the tune. If you are all interested, just comment below and I can do a tune video for my next one to see how I was able to set this car up. And comment below if you also want me to do similar videos to this with other vehicles, do a full Nurburgring lap time. The videos take a bit longer than my 1 minute reviews because I've really got to try a couple attempts, and for how long this track is, it can take me up to like an hour really of a couple runs to get the really fast one in. In stock form, I really like the C8 Stingray. The only thing is with all this power, it gives a very small amount of error, so if you do mess up, it definitely bites you. But the C8 in stock form, you can kind of slip and slide around and it's not going to kill you right off the bat. You're going a lot slower speeds, but it's a lot of fun to drive. I'll be posting a review on that soon. I'm just trying to keep it not so much Corvette content because I feel like I've done every Corvette in this game almost. This car puts the power down so well, and it doesn't really understeer. The only thing is the back. If you switch directions too quickly, that's when it really starts to get you. If you switch left to right, if you hold a left turn and you don't change direction too quickly or speed, then you will hold pretty well. But it's when you start to brake too much and the back comes around that it just fishtails and completely spins out on you, which you'll see at the end because I do about 233 miles per hour into a corner and completely spin out. You can definitely kind of tell how I'm constantly fighting to keep traction, from whether it's braking too hard in the corner, the back's wanting to come around, or if I'm putting the power down. You constantly have to throttle steer with this vehicle. All these corrections that I keep doing are all costing me time, which if I could play it a little less safe would be a faster lap. I just kept finding that I would then crash or hit the wall. And for those wondering, I am using a controller. I've heard that if you do have the full steering setup, it gives you a lot more control of the vehicles. Just that alone was another correction, so I really wonder if I were to have not made any mistakes and hold it down, how much faster of a time. Also, driver pointers are always welcome. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know. I don't know why when I transferred the video it split right there into two separate videos. I think it was due to file size. But here comes the straightaway where I hit 233 miles per hour, which is the recorded C8 ZR1 top speed that was set by the CEO, which is just awesome of the company. I definitely lost a lot of speed there for a lap time. And I really tried to make up for it here, but this is where it ended. At 6 minutes and 46 seconds.